So before we break down Palantir stock and talk about how it did today, did you guys know you have 2 more days to get up to 17 stocks from MooMoo, each up to $2,000? So yeah, if you have not done that already, use that link down below or go to saucerfest.com/MooMoo. Once you guys open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get a free share of C3AI stock and you get 5 more stocks. And fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks on top of those 6 stocks, totaling 16 stocks. And fund your account with at least $5,000 on top of those 16 stocks you already got. You also get a free share of either Tesla or Google, guaranteed. And again, you have 2 more days to do that, guys, the rest of today and tomorrow. So get on that. And of course, that is an affiliate link. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, let's dive right into it. So Palantir today, which the markets just closed, by the way, 3 minutes ago, this ended up going down 0.5%, right around 8 cents. Really nothing that crazy today for Palantir, as the markets in general actually did fairly well, except for the NASDAQ, which went down 0.2%. Other than that, we had the Russell up 1.2%, and we had the S&P up 0.4%, as the Dow did pretty well, up 0.8%, and we had the VIX, up 0.7%, as gold went down 0.3%, and we had silver down over 1.2%. So we're going to break down, of course, Palantir today. Maybe later in the video, if we have time, we'll break down the overall market. So make sure you guys stick on throughout. So right off the bat, when it comes to PLTR here on the intraday chart, we downtrended pretty much all day, right? Right off the bat, that's what I'm seeing. We hit about 1558, 1560 in the pre-market. And mind you guys, in the pre-market today, we actually took the highs out from yesterday, which is actually a pretty good sign for the bulls. You can see yesterday we peaked at about, where did we hit? Roughly 1545-ish. That was at about 11 a.m. on the East Coast. Then we pulled back and got ourselves in this ascending triangle like I talked about in a recent video. I think that was yesterday, last night, when I talked about that. So the ascending triangle, we got ourselves in that, and that kind of played out a little bit, right? We broke up to about 1560 roughly in the pre-market. Like I said, we took the highs out from yesterday, and we pretty much just pulled back for the rest of the day after that. And believe it or not, guys, even though Palantir went down 0.5% today, 8 cents, we have a death cross as well. The bulls are still in charge on this stock, at least here looking at the 5-day 5-minute, which if I clear the drawing set and get the channel tool out, you guys will see, we're still holding the uptrending channel. If this thing wants to work, come on, what the heck's going on? Does it want to work today, guys, or does it not want to work today? There we go. You guys can see we're trading in this channel, even though, again, we had a red day today and we have a death cross on this 5-day 5-minute. So that's good for the bulls. Very, very good for the bulls. And what I'm watching for in the very short term, guys, I'm talking about, tomorrow, Friday, and of course next week, early days next week, I'm looking to see what happens at around 15 to about 1525. You guys can see, that's a big level of support right now at the bottom of this channel. And I think on Monday, July 4th, that's on Tuesday, right? So I think Monday, well, of course, Tuesday the markets are closed, but I think Monday we have a half day in the markets, if I'm not mistaken. So Monday is going to be a tricky one, to say the least. So let's see what we do at about $15, tomorrow and on Monday on the half day. And if I pull up the 10-day chart, let me show you guys what's going on here. Even though, again, we sold off today, you guys clearly can see we're in the channel on the 10-day chart, and we're still above both moving averages, and we actually have a golden cross still on this 10-day, 30-minute chart. And mind you guys, Palantir stock hit 1350. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but we hit 1350 about a week ago. That was last, what's today? Thursday. That was last Wednesday. Was it? Or last Wednesday. So we actually are still up a lot from that low. We're up over 10%, actually 11.5%, almost 12% off that low, which is pretty good, guys. We're still digging our way. I still consider this us digging our way out of the hole. And again, we have a 10-day, 30-minute golden cross here, and on the 20-day chart, which I love looking at, let me see this. We're above the moving averages, which is great. We actually peaked above them this morning in the pre-market, as again we hit 1560 roughly in the pre-market. We don't quite yet have a golden cross on this time frame yet, but we're 1 or 2 more green days away from that happening, in my opinion, by the looks of it, by the looks of the moving averages here on this time frame. And pulling up, let me see see the 4-hour chart based on today's price action, guys. If I zoom in a little bit, honestly, this is what I was seeing on SoFi stock. I'm not sure if you guys caught my SoFi stock video from earlier. Let me pull it up and show you guys. On SoFi, don't we have a wedge? I mean, we do, right? We have higher lows being made, but at the same time, lower highs. You guys see that with today's, dump off at about 925 on SoFi. We got rejected here at the top of the wedge. We're kind of noticing the same price action, or at least I am, here on Palantir. Let me zoom in and show you guys here on the 4-hour chart what I'm seeing. So we clearly have higher lows being made. There's no doubt about it that we do have higher lows being made, but at the same time, especially with today's red day that we got rejected at about 1550, we're putting in potentially a lower high. And of course, time will tell what direction we actually pick. But right now, it looks like we are slowly getting rejected here at the top of the wedge. So for next week, again, for tomorrow and for next week in general, I'm looking to see what direction Palantir ends up picking. You guys can see my alert is set at 1725. I might as well put another one at, let me see, 1575. I might as well put one right there. And you might be asking yourself, Stas, why are you doing that? Well, let me show you guys why I'm putting my alert at 1575. We can see that's right by the highs from earlier today, right, in the pre-market, and yesterday a little bit. It's a little bit above the highs from yesterday, but that's also right by the top of this wedge. So if Palantir starts breaking above 1575, we start moving above 16, right? Momentum starts building up. That's where we could start getting the next leg up. That'd be very bullish. But on the flip side, if we start falling under this wedge, we start going under $14.50, $14, back into the 13s. We break the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. That would be a sign of a reversal to the downside, which obviously, if you're a bull, you don't want to see that, right? And mind you, I'm actually a bull on Palantir. I think it's going to do very well. Maybe it's ran up a little bit too much in the short term. That's debatable. I don't know. But long term, I think this company will do well. And in the short term, we have to wait and see what direction, like I said, we end up picking. Not only on Palantir stock, guys, but also on SoFi stock, which, again, we talked about earlier today. So what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Feel free to hit that like button if you guys have not done so already. Let's run up that like button. At least 100 likes. Are we at 100 likes yet? Hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. And let's quickly see what the markets did today, guys. It looks like the Russell had a nice day, leading the way up 1.2% on the day. Let me pull it up and show you guys. Pretty solid there. It looks like it's starting to break back up towards 1900, which was the high from earlier this month, about 2 weeks ago. So if that breaks, guys, bulls are going to be fully in control, in my opinion, on the Russell. So let me actually set my alert at 1900. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above. We also had a very strong day for the Dow, which now starting to break back towards the top of this trend line, if you will, which is a big resistance. It has been for months, right around 34.4, 34.5, 34.6. That's a big level of resistance. So will the Dow break out of that finally? Time will tell. I don't know. We had the S&P today. SPY went up 0.4%. Very strong day for SPY. And it looks like here it's continuing the breakout that we talked about. We're above the channel on the 10-day chart. You guys can see we're now taking out the highs from the past couple of days, which is great. So SPY's building up nicely here for a bullish momentum. And Triple Q actually had a red day today, guys. 0.2% red day, and it looks like we are struggling a little bit under 367. So that level needs to break. If it does, guys, to the upside, we could see more upside from there. Momentum could potentially kick up, but for now, it's a little bit under 367. So we have to be mindful of that here on Triple Q. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit that like button. And again, make sure to subscribe. And guys, don't forget to get up to 17 free stocks for MooMoo, the sponsor of today's video. You have 2 more days to do that. Fund your account with at least $100. You get a free share of C3AI stock right off the bat, and you get 5 more stocks, each up to $2,000. And fund your account with at least $1,000 on top of those 6 stocks you already got. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks, and fund your account with at least $5,000 on top of those 16 stocks you already got. You also get a free share of either Tesla or Google, guaranteed, which again, guys, you have 2 more days to do that. The clock is ticking, so use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video. And oh, by the way, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel, so keep that in mind. And again, I appreciate you guys. As always, I'll catch you later.